Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so what you got on the screen here, what I got on the screen here is I drew it up. It's not the best image in the world, but I drew this on Photoshop for you. And this is a perspective of realities and the illusion and rooms in the illusion. Okay, so what you got is at the top, right here at the top, very top, where the car and the houses are, that is called Saint Illusion. So my soul basically lives in Saint Illusion, and Jesus Christ is helping me out. He lives in Saint Illusion. Saint Illusion is a city about the size of LA. There's millions of people that live in Saint Illusion, and it's all Christian run with Christian rules, okay? More or less. Now, down below at the bottom is Earth. That's the reality of Earth. See the guy? See the guy in the bottom there? That means physical body. Now, when I was shown this, when I was shown in my soul, showing me this, there was corn at the bottom. That means eat corn. You grow shit. In reality, you eat it. And it represented in the vision corn. I added a body and a car just for fun. Now, in Saint Illusion up here at the top, you got to rise up in spirit vibe or soul vibration. You rise up in spirit and soul to Saint Illusion, and what you have to be taken in there by Jesus Christ. People don't just go there. You got to be Christian. You got to be cool in your spirit. You go to Saint Illusion. Okay, Saint Illusion is just one of thousands of places to go, cities. Okay, around Saint Illusion are suburban cities. Okay, satellite cities, and around them are satellite cities, and then there's other cities like on a map, just like on a map on Earth. Okay, but it's all at this one level. Okay, now from Christ's perspective, this is our reality, but it's higher in vibration, where our reality down here below is more solid, physical. We're into physical. Okay, so you take your soul and you put it in a physical body and you get born into this reality. Okay, this is just real simple to put it. I'm going to make it as simple as I can. So now you're down here in the body. Okay, you're down here in the body, and you go to sleep at night. Okay, so once you go to sleep, you enter the illusion. Okay, once you fall asleep, you enter the illusion. Now you can meditate and cross over and go into the illusion, but you got to see through your spirit. You got to see through your soul to see the illusion. Okay, but if it's unconscious and you're dreaming, creative visualization, and you're dreaming and you're seeing through your soul, you're going to end up in the blackness. Okay, hypothetically, you're going to end up in the blackness. Now, the blackness, the illusion, is just blackness. Saint Illusion is blackness. And everything's an illusion, by the way. So you go to sleep, you're going to end up in the blackness. Now, if you ain't anywhere, if your soul is just floating in the blackness, you ain't seeing nothing. You ain't seeing Saint Illusion. You ain't seeing Earth, okay? You're just going to be in the blackness. Now, to give you a perspective, I go to sleep. I enter Saint Illusion with Jesus and my family, okay? I'm not down here on Earth in the illusion. So there's two realities. There's like hundreds of, not hundreds, but there's a bunch of realities that I can go to Okay? Now there's realities like Earth below us, and there's realities that go higher. Okay? Let's just call these realities, for lack of a better word, and make it simple. Okay? Now, when you die, you can stay down here on the earth and perceive it, but you're not into it. Or you can go to St. Lucian, if you're a Christian, and go into St. Lucian with Christ, into that reality. And this St. Lucian reality, I call it a St. Lucian reality, but basically it's a city. It's a reality. And I can break it down like this. It's just as real. It's vivid. When you die and you go to heaven, you're going to go to probably St. Lucian if you're Christian, or one of the higher ups. Okay, now you can go all the way into the light. You'll be in the light. But eventually you have to live somewhere, so they're going to take you to a city on one of the levels. And one of them may be St. Lucian. That's where you want to live. You don't have to stay there. You could be wherever you are supposed to be, they're going to put you there. But where I am in my body, and where millions of other people are, is St. Lucian. Now, or one of the satellite cities around this St. Lucian. When you go to sleep at night, you enter the blackness. Okay? Now, you're in the blackness and you're laying there meditating. You think of your mom. You're the guy down here at the bottom. Okay? You're down here at the bottom. You meditate. And you're in a blackness. Now, the blackness consumes all. Okay? I call it the blackness because it's like nothing. It's just the illusion. You enter the illusion. Okay? Now, this is all about creating stuff too. But I'm just breaking this basically down for you. So, you're in the blackness of Earth at that vibe. And you think of your mom. All of a sudden you spiritually hook, your spirit soul hooks up to your mom's spirit and soul. And automatically you travel to her and you're talking to her in a dream. But what you did there was your mom came to you or you went to your mom. And you see the little white square with the other person? That's your mom. Now, she's in a room in the illusion that she created. You enter that room and you can see to the horizon. You can see the stars. You can see the horizon all around you. 4D. You think you're on another world. Mom could have created a desert. Mom could have created something that's totally alien. But usually she creates in her bubble, the room. Christ calls it a room in the illusion. Your mom goes to that room and hangs out there. That's her space. You go to that room and it's just like you're on Earth, sitting here, like you're looking at me right now, and we're having a conversation. This is my space in the illusion. In spirit. In the soul. Okay? Do you get it? Bam. Now, next thing is, it's all black. So I'm living, the illusion's all black. This is just for a perspective. Okay? Now, and I'm going to make later on another video explaining how to explain some other stuff. I forgot. But anyway, St. Lucian's here. That's where my soul lives. That's where Christ put me, my soul. Now, when I go into St. Lucian, when I go to sleep, I appear in St. Lucian. My kids are there and they're all screaming at me, and I live in one of these houses on top. Okay? Now, I go to sleep. I'm in St. Lucian right now. My soul's in St. Lucian. I go to sleep and I want to go explore. Now, I got millions of options, but Christ don't want me. He wants me to stay in St. Lucian. So they tie me down. They do all this stuff. And they keep my soul, from going. Now, sometimes my soul will go down to the earth and I'll hang out down there. And there's a million rooms that I know of from my past lives, all kinds of stuff. These are all rooms down here on earth, bubbles within bubbles within bubbles. I know some of them. I meet someone online. I'll dream of them. I go to their bubble. I go to their room. And I talk to them in spirit. Okay? And it's totally someplace I've never been before because I never met this person. And this person has unique rooms. So there's billions of rooms. Christ says there's so many that the illusion is so vast, you'll never see it all in a million lifetimes. Okay? And it's not just Earth. It's multidimensional. It's from this Earth reality, from the Earth physical reality. Other planets, other species of aliens have their own system going, just like this. But it's all based on the same thing. Okay? So, if you're on some planet in Andromeda Galaxy and you're living there and you go to sleep, you're entering a room, or you can go to other levels, like they're saying Illucian level, or all the way up to into divinity, okay, into the light, into the Godhead, and it's all rooms and illusion all the way up. Now it even gets deeper than that. You can splice it down to there's other realities, spiritual realities, but they're not called spiritual realities. They're actual realities. But we call them, from our perspective, other realities. But they're not. They're just other realities. When you get to St. Lucian, you'll see, when you're walking down the street, you'll think of something, and it'll happen faster. Things happen faster because it's lighter. It's lighter in this reality, St. Lucian reality. But you can go there and live right now, and when you dream, you're there talking to people in St. Lucian. You're walking down the street. Or when your soul's down here on Earth, on this Earth reality, it's slower, okay? And we're put in an avatar to see in this reality. Meat, okay? Meat world, that's what I call it. When I'm talking to Jesus, he goes, where did you go? I'm like, I was down in the meat world, so I don't have to give this long explanation. He hates it. Or if I have to explain to Christ, why did I do what I did? Well, the meathead did it. Okay, my physical brain did it. Because when I wake up from a dream, I'm still conscious in my head of the dream, and then I'll start creating on a conscious level through my brain, okay? Not just dream soul thing anymore. It's a creating consciously when you're awake. So, I'm in St. Illusion, and I go to sleep. I enter the illusion, okay? Now, the illusion, and I bounce around St. Illusion, or sometimes I go to one of these rooms, okay? These big white areas in the blackness. These are also other huge places. Now, these rooms are so big, they're bigger than St. Illusion, the city of St. Illusion. They're bigger than that. Millions of people live in St. Illusion. These rooms are bigger, okay? They consist of malls, universities, all this, everything you can imagine is here. Now, if you go below the earth reality and you go down, well, that's when you're getting into all the dark shit. And in the illusion down there, where all the Satanists and psycho killers hang out and murderers, they got their reality down there. They live in spirit, maybe in bodies. I ain't going there, so I'll never know. But I asked Christ, I go, is there worlds where souls go down in Hades? And he goes, that have rooms in the illusion? And he goes, yep. And he goes, it's endless. And he goes, they live down there and they can't come up until they start thinking and start doing good. Then they can come up. But I go, what do these worlds consist of? And he goes, you ain't gonna find out until you're dead. And then I'll show you. And he goes, you ain't gonna find out. So there are illusions below the earth. Everything you can imagine. Everything you can imagine. So I asked him, I go, because that one guy the other day, he went to prison. It's called eternal prison. And it's in the St. Lucian area. So I asked him, I asked Christ, I go, take me, show me the prison. And he goes, okay, I'll show you the prison. So what I did was, I went to sleep, and I was awake consciously, and I started talking to Christ because he was there, and I go, I gotta ask you a question. Did you fill in the detail? I go, is the prison in the illusion? He goes, yes. And he goes, it's not, it's in the illusion. Now, souls can live in the illusion, or they can live in sane illusion. Now, what Christ did, he created one of these rooms. Okay? It's a room. And it's a world. It's not a reality. It's a place where prisoners go. Okay? In one of these rooms. Now imagine a bubble or a square room, whatever. Not square because a bubble is a natural geometric sacred geometry thing, okay? It's sacred geometry. So energy is strongest in the form of a bubble. Now, in the illusion, you can create these bubbles. Or Christ can. Way back in the day, we need a place to put prisoners. So all the Christs got together and made this huge ass bubble, bigger than St. Lucian. It's basically another world. They put in houses, they put in things and everything. Imagine Escape from New York in one of these rooms that you're looking at, okay? The big one in the middle, inside there is Escape from New York. You're seeing it from a perspective outside of it. But when Christ puts you in there, everything you see above to the horizon, all the way around you, and the city of LA in there, or Escape from New York. Soul goes into that, and you live there. You don't know enough to get out. You don't even know that you're in a prison. You totally don't understand it because you never had an experience. You never had the perception that Christ has. Christ can take himself and step outside of it because he knows he's been there, done that. He's Christ now. He can see the bubble like you're looking at it. This is 2D, but imagine 3D bubble, 3D bubble. And inside that bubble, is 500,000 prisoners living in LA. Do you get it? That's the bubble. That's not another reality. St. Lucian is not a reality. Now, this is another reality. St. Lucian reality. So we're going to cut off from the bubbles now. So, you see the line over here? Where it's like gray? Where it ends, St. Lucian ends? Everything ends? Well, imagine St. Lucian City ends. Okay, I talked to him about this last night. This is really cool. So, check this out. You're driving a car, the black one in the middle, the black car in the middle. I just made it black for whatever reason. And we're driving along in St. Lucian. We get to the outskirts of St. Lucian. Okay? I go, can you go on to other towns? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, there's thousands of other towns. And he goes, but you're outside St. Lucian. Now, St. Lucian City has its own laws and bylaws and system. Okay? Like the United States has a legal system, bureaucracy, federal government, all this shit. Well, St. Lucian has that in their own city. You drive out of that and you're in zero. Now you got to drive through zero. I go, what, are you going to get lynched and killed and mobbed and fucking highway robbery? And he goes, yeah, happens all the time. And he goes, but stay on the highway. Because I'm into making cars, right? And he goes, well, stay on the highway. He goes, from one Christian city, St. Lucian, to, let's say, Rose City, which is 200 miles away on the road, just like on Earth. So if you're leaving LA and you're going to New York, well, there's a long road between the two, okay? So if you're going to Rose City in this reality, you stay on the highway because everything is zero now. Anything goes. There's no Christian rule, more or less, if you want to call it that. There's no Christian rules. It's all people with guns raping and killing. It's not bad, but, you know, shit can happen a lot faster. So he says, stay on the main highway. It's patrolled, and it's an agreement through all the other. And I go, well, it's an agreement through all the other cities that these roads will be patrolled with a common cause or common ground. Okay, that these roads are protected. And truck drivers that drive products, let's say someone makes Doritos there's a manufacturer that creates Doritos in St. Lucian. And they do. There's one guy that creates Doritos, and that's why they're so expensive. Now you get a truckload of Doritos and you're driving at 500 miles to Rose City. You leave St. Lucian, but all truck drivers throughout the grid are exempt. They're protected 100% because they produce money and all that shit, okay? And deliver goods and services and stuff. So they're protected 100%. Anybody fucks with a truck, you're dead, okay? So truck drivers got a deal there. So you go to St. Lucian, you're a truck driver, you get on the highway and you can go. And you're protected. It's automatic. Everybody knows it. But if they are attacked, the guys that attacked them are going to get it. Put it that way. So you starting to get the picture now. But this is another reality. And I was talking to somebody. I said, well, why don't you just go to somebody wanted to know how to create. And I ended up talking to him. Christ came and gave me shit. He goes, you get out of here. And gave me shit. And I go, what the fuck? What's the matter? And he goes, don't talk about the illusion. No one's supposed to know about it. And I'm like, what? Why not? And he goes, you create an illusion and you bring it into. So I'm in one of my bubbles. Let's say underneath the truck. I create things in my bubble, in my room, just underneath St. Lucian. And he goes, and I go, and I do it all the time. And I bring it up into St. Lucian and sell it. Now, Christ don't want people that don't know about the illusion. He don't want me talking to people about the illusion. I go, why? Everybody's in it all the time. And he goes, yeah, but they don't know they're in an illusion. They just think they're dreaming. He goes, once they realize they're in an illusion, then they can start doing what you're doing. We had to bring you and make you a Christian and rise you up because you're pissing off so many people and doing all this crazy stuff, breaching all this stuff. So we took you, put you in St. Lucian. Now you can navigate like I do, but no one knows about the illusion. They just think they're dreaming. Natural creating. They don't consciously know they're doing it. 90% of the people don't know they're doing it. They just think they're dreaming. They have to learn or go learn through Christ about the illusion. And he goes, if they're not, Christ wants people in St. Lucian to learn through him the proper way, the safe way to navigate the illusion and see this perspective, more or less, what's on the screen you're seeing now. 90% of the people don't even know about this. When you dream, you just go visit your mom down here in the bubble. And then you wake up and you go, I dreamt about mom. That was pretty cool. You don't even know. Most people don't even know they're actually talking to their mother. She could be dead and you're hanging out with her, talking to her in her bubble or in St. Illusion. You go, if you're a Christian, you're down here on the earth, you go to sleep at night, you cross over into the illusion, and you travel to St. Lucian, Rose City, all these places, all these rooms, good, bad, medium, whatever. You go all the way up to divinity if you want. How do you get to divinity? Through your inner light. You bring the inner light to your head, then you travel there, and then you're into divinity, the way up, level 14 and higher, to infinity or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. The Godhead is. But on a soul perspective, you're down here lower. And where you want to go is where you want to go. So Christ stuck me in St. Lucian. That's a good place for me to go because it's just like Earth almost. We have the same kind of things. You can drive cars, you can buy and sell, you pay your taxes. Some people live on the streets, just like here. But it's faster, it's later. Most of the people die. Most of the people on earth die, leave their body, go to heaven, up in the light, then they're brought down to St. Illusion to live. Okay? And they go, okay. And then they just think they're, more or less, they know they're dead, but they're living in St. Illusion. If they don't know about the illusion yet, they're still trying to figure out other things in their life. But when you get a perspective, and then you learn how to create, well, then you're like Christ. You're doing Christ stuff. You're seeing the illusion, the bubbles, how it's created, and it goes on and on and on and on. How to create bubbles, how to put people in jail in these bubbles, which is what eternal prison is. So the guy that tried to kill me and the girl that tried to kill me, the cult leader dude, what's his name? You know where it is. He's been put, let's say, in the middle here, this middle room, which is an escape from New York size, LA size, if not bigger than LA. He's put, and it's all sealed up through Christ's bubble. Christ made this bubble, but you can't get through it because it's multi-layered. It's got different frequencies. This room is not a natural room. It's a high-tech bubble. So once you're in there, you ain't getting out until Christ comes and gets you 200 years later, like this guy's got. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, it's a high-tech bubble. It's not like your mom's bubble. So this is what I'm saying. And so what you're seeing is, now what you got to do is when you go to sleep, find out where you are. Are you talking to your mom in her bubble? Are you talking to your mom in St. Lucian? How are you supposed to know all this? How are you supposed to know where you are when you go to sleep? Now, you can know instinctively if you wake up in a gunfight in a bar and there's all these animals that don't exist, demons, running around, or they're all having sex orgies and doing sin and everything antichrist. Well, then you know you're not in a good place. Stay there if you like, whatever, I don't care. What I'm saying is, how are you supposed to know what is that place called? Do you know enough to ask that person? So what you got to do is, if you want to learn how to navigate this shit, you got to, I go through Christ. He can navigate. He sees it all. I wake up in bed in the night, and I got in a fist fight in some bar. Where am I? He goes, you're in another room. It's a room down here on spiritual earth realm. It's a room of a bar where everybody likes to go and hang out and drink. I went there to have a drink, meet somebody. I ended up getting a fight. Christ has to come down and get me. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's going on. And this is how it works. Now, and it even gets deeper in this. I'm going to cut this one now. But what I'm showing you is the illusion. You got St. Lucian at the top level here, a little higher. It's just above Earth, of the Earth realm, of the Earth illusion. Now, St. Lucian is an illusion. Earth realm is an illusion. Okay? Everything's an illusion, but they're different illusions. The white squares here, the rooms are an illusion. The illusion is an illusion. Everything is a fucking illusion. Oh, so when you ask Christ, and he says, oh, you're an illusion. Earth's an illusion. The illusion is an illusion. The rooms are an illusion. Same illusion as illusion. It's all an illusion. And you create or go or manifest in any of it. But you got to navigate it, and you don't know where to go. Do you understand? You do know where to go, but you got to remember. You bring it to your head to navigate. So what I'm doing is I'm pointing out some good places to go. How do you, when you go to bed, what do? You bring in Christ. I tell you to bring in Christ consciousness. Okay? Then you tell your soul, hey, I want to go to St. Lucian. Rich says St. Lucian is just like here. But I want to go to St. Lucian. You're asking, ask your soul inside yourself, take me to St. Lucian tonight in my dream. Or in one of these nights coming up. Just keep asking. I want to go to St. Lucian and see it. When you go to bed, your soul will take you, as soon as you cross over into REM and you start dreaming and you're in the illusion, your soul will take you. You'll probably wake up there. You'll probably be dreaming in St. Lucian. Or you'll objectively see St. Lucian in the city. Talk to people, you go to the university, go to the hospital, do whatever you want, hang out with Christ, go to some bars, they all drink there, they're all mean, they get in fights and everything. Now, if you're a Muslim, where do you go when you die and you're Muslim? Well, probably, I don't know. But Christ says there are different cultures, like different religions, that live at the St. Lucian level, okay? And you get on that highway and you pass through St. Lucian. Now, there's security. You have to have a card or something to drive into St. Lucian. There's guards all around St. Lucian looking for people that are not supposed to be there. That's all they do. They're like border control. This is what Christ said. He goes, evil forces can come up from down below and come up into St. Lucian, but they ain't getting in because the guards won't let them in. You got to be Christian. If you're down here and you're a good person, you're doing Christ stuff down here on earth, and you die, you still ain't getting in because you're not with Christ. You got to be with Christ at some level to get into St. Lucian, and he's got to bring you there, or you ain't getting in. Okay? No, or you're already in. So if you have no problem getting in, you're going to be all right. But the dark forces down here, the dark people, the mean people, they usually, as soon as they die, Christ grabs them and says, no fucking way. You ain't coming up. You ain't going past Hades. Get the fuck down there. And you don't come up. Because all this is more or less. But there's other cultures. There's other cities of cultures. So you got the Iran cultures and the Turkey cultures and the Pakistani cultures and the Muslim cultures and all these other places. They're in towns, but they don't fight and they don't kill each other in these certain towns. And they got their rules. We Christians wouldn't live there. They can go visit or whatever. I don't know. It's all like that. It's just like Earth. You know what I'm saying? All right. But you can drive your truck from St. Lucian to the Muslim world and pick up some halal meat and bring it back to St. Lucian or whatever the fuck they do. But you know what I mean? They're buying and trading, selling and trading, and the trucks are driving. That's the way it is in St. Lucian. That's the way it is on Earth. Exact same. But when you go to sleep in St. Lucian, or when you go to sleep on Earth, you enter the illusion. Now, when you go to sleep, you got your soul perspective, you got your spirit perspective, you got your conscious mind perspective, and you got your subconscious perspective. Each one of them levels is an illusion within the illusion. How do you figure that out? I'm going to tell you next video. I'm going to cut this one short now, so it doesn't last forever. All right. So that's pretty much what it is. So the basics are sane illusion, level, and earth level. Hey, John. And the rooms, when you go to sleep, you can enter these rooms. And you don't even know you're in a room because it's just as big as a normal world. You think this room is Earth, but it's not. It's your mom's perspective, and you're in a room this big. But when you enter that room, you're in her. You create it. And creating in the illusion taught me that. And Christ taught me that. And he goes, you know what you're doing? And he goes, you're creating in the illusion. And he goes, create a banana. So I create a banana. And he goes, now create a horizon. And I created a horizon. A field of flowers all the way to the horizon. Clouds, wind, everything. He goes, see? You're an illusion. You created it, but you're just in blackness. But your perspective. Now, I come down, I hook up to you, me and you are having a chat, I tune into your soul, you turn into my soul, and I can see your illusion. And it's just a bubble in the blackness. Now you got to navigate all that. I'll make more. I'm just giving you a simple perspective of it. Okay? Or you can just think I'm nuts and whatever. I don't care. This is the way it is. This is the fucking way it is, man. For me. And Christ taught me it, so there you go. Well, I taught myself. I already knew it was there. I just started doing it. Later, guys.